Imagine you went to a doctor because of headache and the doctor was like, hey, in order to treat you, I have to cut your head open by an axe. What would you do? And you're in ancient China and you're kind of like the prime minister. What I was mentioning was a story from a historical novel called The Romance of the Three Kingdoms, which take place in the ancient China. Here is the historically accurate background. Hua Tuo was a famous doctor who used anesthesia to perform major operation, which is very advanced in the ancient time. And Chou Chou is the second son, which is kind of similar to the prime minister. So Chou Chou is a very paranoid person who had chronic headache, and he asked Hua Tuo for the cure. Then here is the fictional part. Hua Tuo diagnosed Chou Chou with a brain tumor, which requires a brain opening surgery, and Chou Chou suspects that Hua Tuo is planning to murder him in that surgery. So he imprisoned Hua Tuo, who later died in the prison. But this is only a fictional story. What actually happened is that Hua Tuo used acupuncture to treat Chou Chou's symptoms, and then he told Chou Chou that the cure was difficult. So Chou Chou kept Hua Tuo exclusively to treat him. However, Hua Tuo was a scholar, and in the ancient time, scholar has a really high social status, while doctor has a really low social status. So Hua Tuo regards being a doctor as a disgrace. In addition, he missed his family. So he made an excuse of needing to get the prescription and went back home. And after going back home, he said that his wife was sick and refused going back to work. So Chou Chou investigated and found out that Hua Tuo was lying, and Chou Chou was furious. So he imprisoned Hua Tuo, who later died in the prison under torture. Before his death, Hua Tuo gave a manuscript with all his medical knowledge written to a jailer. However, the jailer refused to accept it because he is afraid of getting punished. So all of the knowledge, including the anesthesia and the operations invented by Hua Tuo, was lost. And soon after his death, Chou Chou regretted it, as one of the smartest sons of Chou Chou gets a severe illness, and without a cure from Hua Tuo, he died in a very early age. And that is the whole story. If you want to know more history story, please like and subscribe. Bye!